Welcome back, guys, to Steven's DIY Auto Repair.
All right, guys, and we are back. And we're here back in this 2001 Lexus RX 300. And we have 248,763 miles on the clock, guys. And yes, we have another check engine light, guys. So we don't have the vehicle on. We're trying to keep it off as much as possible. We drove it this morning, so we're trying to get it cooled down so that we can get under there to the exhaust. But basically, we have another check engine light. And here we have the code P1130, which is the air fuel sensor circuit range performance bank 1 sensor 1. So basically, we got an air fuel or O2 sensor. It's an air fuel ratio sensor, bank 1 sensor 1. There is a way to check this, guys. We're probably not going to check it. However, I do suggest you guys check it. I will definitely put it up here somewhere to show you guys how to basically check it. The sensor for this vehicle is actually very expensive, so I highly recommend you checking it. We should be doing that anyway. However, this is such an old vehicle. It's our vehicle. So we're just going to go ahead and pop one in it anyway, regardless. But the way to check it, you're going to check for resistance. You're going to check the ohms. It should be between, I believe, 0.8 and 1 point something ohms at like 68 degrees. But I'll put a picture up here so you guys can see it. So very simple. We've showed testing it in the past. But basically, that's how you do it. Who knows, we might pull it out and just test it after we've already swapped it out. But we'll go from there. So anyway, guys, enough rambling on. Let's go ahead, get this vehicle safely jacked up, and get under there and show you what we're talking about. So let's get to it. So actually, guys, before we get under there, we're going to go ahead and show you here. We have our replacement air fuel sensor. It's a Denso. It's the OEM that comes installed in the vehicle from factory. Here is the part number. It's 2349009. This part comes directly from AutoZone, not a sponsor. It's just our local auto parts store. And this is the OEM one that comes with it. Or this is the OEM one that comes installed in the vehicle. So I figured I'd show you guys now because it might be a little bit harder underneath the vehicle. So just like basically any other O2 sensor, here it is here. I am a little disappointed because I know in the past when we bought Denso sensors, they actually come with a little bit of anti-seize grease. But no worries, we have some. But I think it was just a cool gesture on their part for as much as you're spending on these sensors to come with a little bit of anti-seize. But actually, I think nowadays the threads that it's made with, they don't seize up anyway. So anyway, guys, enough rambling on. Let's go ahead and take you underneath. All right, guys, so we're underneath the vehicle. There's our air fuel ratio sensor, our O2 sensor, and then right behind the exhaust manifold right there is our connector that we're gonna have to get loose. And hopefully you don't have big arms, big hands, because you're gonna have to squeeze it through there and disconnect it. So we're gonna get it disconnected first before we even mess with taking the sensor off. So once we get it disconnected, we'll bring you guys right back before we unscrew the sensor. So we'll bring you guys right back. Okay, guys, so we got our connector disconnected, and it looks like it slides out of a bracket that's hung up there. So once you slide it out, you have a little bit more wiggle room to get in there, push the tab down and pull out the connector. So now we're going to go ahead and go after the actual O2 sensor. So we'll bring you right back. Alright guys, so we were able to use our 22 millimeter O2 sensor socket adapter here. It's actually a part of our Pittsburgh O2 sensor set we have, and we were able to crack it loose. So we're just going to go up here, spin it out. All right, and she looks pretty crusty there. So let's go up top. We'll go ahead and test it and then pop in the new one. Then we should be good to go. Okay guys, so well, I do apologize. I guess I left my multimeter on and the battery's dead. I don't have access to batteries at this moment, so I do apologize. But basically, you're gonna take the connector here. All right guys, so we're gonna attempt to test our O2 sensor that we removed. We got some fresh batteries in it, so we are good to go. So just as a reminder, this has to be tested, I believe, above 68 degrees Fahrenheit. We're actually below that temperature at the moment, so our reading might be a little skewed. Also, this has been an intermittent problem. It's actually been off for 2 days and it just came back. Previous to that, when I would clear the code, it would come back right away. So it's been kind of an intermittent problem, but we went ahead and swapped it out. So I'm not sure what the reading is going to say, but technically it's supposed to be within 0.8 to 1.4 ohms. So anything below or above that is going to be a bad sensor. So like I said, you want to take the top, which is right here, and you want to check the top left and the top right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to need both hands. So let me see if I can get this configured here and show you guys the reading. So I got our leads connected here, and we are 1.1, 1.0. So we're kind of bouncing around there. As of now, we are in specification. So technically the sensor is, per our reading, is good according to the manufacturer specifications. And that's what we're getting, is about roughly average 1.0 ohms. Let me see if I can fix my leads just a little bit here. All right guys, so like I said, it's jumping between 0.9 to 1.1. The average seems to be about 1.0 ohms. Again, this is not the ideal testing. We're not at the right temperature, as well as our leads are a little, we don't have any alligator clamps on them. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes mostly. Regardless if the sensor was good, we were going to swap it out. So anyway guys, there you have it. The top left and top right. You want to check the resistance on the top of the connector right there, using your ohm meter, multimeter, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see, it's pretty wore out. So like I said, we ran the car quite a bit, and we still are clear, no check engine light, but only time will tell. So like I said guys, If I get a check engine light for the same code or the same issue, we'll bring you guys back and revisit the issue. But for now, I believe that's a fix, and that is also how you check to ensure your O2 sensor is bad. Again, not ideal testing conditions. We don't have our the leads on the connector properly. We're at the wrong temperature, and this has been an intermittent problem. So again, take that for what it is, but that is how you guys test it. The top here, the top of the connector, and then you're gonna put your one lead on the top right, one lead on the top left, and you're gonna measure the ohms. You want the ohms to be within 0.8 to 1.4 ohms. So I apologize, we're not going to be able to test this. We were going to test this one, compare it to the new one, but we're going to go ahead and pop the new one in, and then we will test this later on and stick it in the video for you guys. But as you can see there, pretty toasty. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the new one in, and we'll bring you right back. Okay guys, so here's our new one compared to our old one. Same everything, same color wire, same connector. One thing I want to note, I was over here talking crap, but actually removing the cap. Hopefully you can see it. There's already anti-seize on the thread, so we don't have to put any. We don't even have to take it out of the package. So actually I like this a lot better. Thank you, Denso, not a sponsor, but I was over here talking crap that they didn't provide anti-seize, and they actually put it on for us. So thank you. So we're gonna go ahead and go under here and put it on, and we'll bring you guys right back. All right guys, so let's see, here we go. Got our O2 sensor back in, torque to 31 foot-pounds, what the service information calls for. And then we got our connector connected and put back in its slot, and we are good to go. So guys, we're gonna go up top, run the vehicle, clear the code, and see if she comes back. So let's get back to it. All right guys, so we're back in our vehicle. We got it actually running. As you can see, the check engine light is on. So we're gonna go ahead, key on, engine off. We're gonna come over here to our little scan tool. We're gonna erase codes, erase the DTCs. Race was successful. So no check engine light yet. We're gonna go ahead and let the vehicle run, let it warm up while we clean up, get everything put back together. Well, we got everything put back together, but put all the tools away, and then we'll take it for a test drive and go from there. Then we'll be good to go. So stand by, we'll bring you guys right back. All right guys, and we are back. So we just put a couple miles on. We're at 248,765 miles on the clock. We ran it down the block and back just a little bit, and still no check engine light. So it looks like we are good to go, guys. So for whatever reason, if we do get the check engine light back, we'll bring you guys back and do some further diagnosis and dig more into it. However, I think our problem is solved. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. So like I said, guys, the O2 sensor is very expensive for this vehicle, for that particular O2 sensor. So it's probably something you guys want to make sure that that's the issue. We showed you guys how to test for it. So just be aware, guys. The O2 sensor is not that hard to get to. The connector is a little tedious to get to, but not that bad. Not that bad at all compared to some of them that I've seen. So if it's your vehicle, you want to throw the parts at it, and you get that code, you could throw the parts at it. More than likely, it will fix the issue, but there's a possibility it couldn't. If this was a customer vehicle, we would definitely do a full-on diagnosis if the customer wanted. If the customer was wanting to have it diagnosed, I recommend to have your car diagnosed. But a lot of times customers will either pull a code or do their own research or due diligence and want to just throw a part at it, and that's what we sometimes do, depending on the circumstances. All right, guys, so we've been driving it for a little bit, for about 2 days now, and we've got now 248,829 miles on the clock. And as you can see, still no check engine light. We do have a light because we have the door open and we don't have our seatbelt on. We're sitting in the driver's seat, but no check engine light. So we are good to go, guys. So there you have it. There is our fix for our issue that we were having, our DTC. So there you have it, guys. Anyway, guys, I'll call that a fix. Pretty easy to get to, pretty simple video. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, make sure to go down there and hit that like button. Also, guys, a lot of my views are coming from non-subscribers, so if you haven't already, please go down there and hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and it helps build the channel. So please like and share this video, guys. If this video helps you or helped a friend, make sure to hit that thumbs up. So anyway, guys, as always, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you guys would like to be notified when I put out another video, make sure to hit that bell notification. And as always, guys, please subscribe to my channel for more informational videos and DIY projects. And until next time, guys, have a good one.